we also have this threat of liberties. The Constitution is very clear. The oath that we take is that we will defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Right now, I personally am more fearful of the loss of our liberties by our own government than I am of a foreign country invading us and taking us over. One place where we have done quite well because we have been up, against the Soviets, so we are capable. But now we have overbuilt. We have more weapons than everybody else put together, and we never quit building weapons. And we're the biggest arms manufacturer. And everybody, every time you see that, money leaves your pockets one way or the other. It's inflation or the taxes of the borrower. So it's always a high price to pay. Right now, something big is going on. There will be big decisions. If there are no decisions to change what's happening in Washington, that's a big decision. Because we will continue to march on. We will have a poorer national defense. Our deficit will get worse, and we're going to end up in an economic crisis much worse with runaway inflation. Because you just can't keep printing money. So all the promises are being kept today because the world still takes our dollars. The dollar still works. There's no logical reason for that. It's just because there's no other currency out there. What happens when prices go up and people think that the only money is gold and silver? Then there will be major problems because the government will come down harder and say, oh, you people are doing this, and you're causing the crisis, and you're the ones at fault. So this is something that has to be done. This election is rather important. Matter of fact, this election in Iowa is significant because it has much more significance than, say, in a couple of months or 3 months from now, California's going to have a primary. Who's going to pay any attention? Everybody pays attention here. That's why one vote here is so valuable. It's a powerful message. And there are other candidates, and they talk a different language than I do. But I don't see them challenging the status quo on foreign policy and monetary policy, spending policies, budgetary policies, personal liberty policies, the Constitution. So this is a time that we have a chance to send a strong message. Because this is the message that can reverse things. We don't have to invent anything new. We're just taking what we were given and we've allowed to slip away from us and say, freedom can work, it does work, but we have to have it. We have to protect it, and therefore we have leaders who understand this and believe that the logic is that people will take care of themselves. The assumption that the other side makes is if you had freedom to keep everything you earn and take care of yourself, you won't do it. But that is not true, because I think people will. But the other side isn't true because the government has proven to us they can't take care of us either. So that is the reason that a major decision has to be made. Freedom is something that is rather new. It hasn't been around during most of the history of mankind. 6,000 years of recorded history, most of it has been run by dictators. And we have a lot of dictators still in the world. We have drifted in that direction now because we see our government becoming more dictatorial, telling us everything we can do. Our privacy is gone. So what I am anxious to do is restore this confidence that freedom is what we want. We just want the government out of the way. The role of the government should be to protect our freedom. Not to take care of us from cradle to grave or police the world. That is not what we need today. We need the protection of our liberty and understand how this works. But this is where we're making great progress. Washington, right now, I don't think we're making great progress. But I think there's a lot of people like you out in this country right now saying, we want something different. And one place where I've been encouraged is when I go to the universities. I've been to the universities here in this state. Good reception on this, putting it back on the young people. Say, this is what you're getting, and this is how it can be solved. It isn't by saying all the government can do is more to take care of you and provide things for you. What we want is to restore this experiment, and it will not be easy. If we We do everything we're supposed to do to allow these changes to occur, allow the debt to be liquidated, and that investments to be made. Take a year, but we're already into the 4th year of this mess. Japan is into their 20th year. It took 17 years on the Depression to get out of it. So if we don't do it, this is going to continue, and then there's going to be political turmoil. Because look at what we've seen on our streets already. Look what we see on the streets in Greece. And it's not just one country. It's all together because there is a financial bubble brought together by the dollar fiat standard. All countries use the dollar, and they hold dollars as if they're gold. So right now, Europe is in a mess, probably superficially in a bigger mess than we're in. What does our central bank say? And they're already saying, we'll be there if you need be. We're going to give you the trillions of dollars that you need. There will be an end to that. So this is why this is a good chance for us to restate our conviction and believe that America was on the right path. We had a great opportunity and great prosperity. We had a large middle class. It's time we restored those values.